It's Fuck Yeah Friday.
Fuck yeah!
Get ready for some wins.
Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started.
Hi, Be It Babe. Happy September. How are you? First Friday in September. What a fun day. I'm sure somewhere where you live, there might be a First Friday event. Have you seen those? They're really great ways to get in your community and get to know people. What is this episode about? Well, this is the FYF, meaning Fuck Yeah Friday, meaning let's celebrate some wins along the way. So can you celebrate a win when you complete a project? Absolutely. You may even hear me say that. Can you celebrate a win that's just like a moment of, oh my God, that actually went really, really well? Yes, you can. And that's what we talk about a lot. So I share wins of yours that you send me, and I share one of mine, and I leave you with a fun little mantra. So let's get into it. Our first FYF is from Donnelly. Okay, I had a lot of fear stepping into this title. All my greatest hits of who am I to claim this title? I don't know enough. What if I'm seen as wrong? But I took the first step, and check it out. Donnelly has launched the website, thepilatesdoula.com. Congratulations, Katie. And thank you for sharing those greatest hits, because it definitely makes all of us like, do you do that, listener? Like, my love, do you ever go like, who am I? I shouldn't be doing this. Someone else should be doing this. Oh, like we're looking for permission to be amazing when you already are. And Katie Donnelly is amazing. She actually did a wonderful workshop for us over on onlinepilatesclasses.com, which is a pre and postnatal workshop. And holy moly, I am not someone who's having children in my life, but I am making every one of my friends who's getting pregnant watch that course. So it's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Katie, for letting us celebrate this big moment with you. And also, you guys, I just want to say, I checked out her website. Okay. And just 2 days before her getting this win, she bought the URL. So the website right now is just a website with just a beautiful picture and ways to get in touch with her. You don't have to complete everything to the perfect degree to celebrate the win. You can actually celebrate that you just got the first step done or the second step done. So thank you, Katie, for being an example of that. Allyn Wong said, I took, nobody's around, 2 days off from teaching this week and created a welcome automation email via MailChimp. This was hard for me, so I'm glad it's done. And I'm looking forward to seeing if it makes a difference regarding engagement. I also made a Kuna board and a gondola pole, posted 3 times on Insta, got my studio ceiling repainted after it leaked last week, created and ordered new business cards and postcards to put around town, planned a new collab with a pelvic floor PT for September and October. I mean, my goodness. So I just want to say, like, I love she took 2 days off, and it's because right now it's the summer. And so she didn't have any clients, but you can look at it as like, no one's here. Or you can actually look what you can get done. And holy moly, look at all these different wins she had. I really love that you celebrated all of these things, big and small. That automation welcome series is so much work and so much tech, but you also did some fun creative stuff and you got out into the community. Just truly amazing, Allyn. Thank you so much for sharing these with us. All right. My win. This is going to feel like a really weird win. I'm just sharing it with you now because I've been traveling, and so I was recorded ahead of time. But on July 29th, my mentor passed away. I'm going to try not to cry when I do this. And I knew he was sick, and I was able to see him in April. Brad and I were able to make it happen on a long way home. So from Arizona, we went to LA to get to Vegas. But we got to see him. We got to spend some hours with him, which was just beautiful. But I normally am someone who's like, well, got to keep going. Normally, I should say years ago. It's been a while since someone passed, but like just would have just tried to get through the whole day. And instead, I actually decided to feel my feelings and take things off my plate. So I still did some work, mostly out of distraction. But I allowed myself to feel my feelings and share how I was feeling and connect with other people who got to learn from him. Jay Grams is a very special person. And for years, I felt so honored and lucky and blessed and sometimes wondered how I got to train with him. And I no longer think any of those things. I actually know I got to train with him because I put the work in to train with him. And he also is someone who was man of few words, but the words that he did say were really impactful and really important. And so I actually spent the day sharing stories with different friends, remembering them with him. And I've actually I've been doing that the last month since then. Just as I remember people or remember something, I've been doing that. And you're like, what is the win? The win is in creating a business and a life and a schedule for myself that allowed me to feel the feelings I need to feel and take the break that I needed to take. And yes, the show had to go on the next day and I had to do some things, and grief isn't linear. So I don't think I'll ever be over it, but I'm very grateful. And it is a win that I was able to take that time. And so if you are going through a loss, or if something comes up or you get information that kind of throws a wrench in your day, giving yourself permission to feel your feelings is a win, right? So I thought I would share a really fun story about Jay with you, because you got to get to know the guy. So first of all, I have so many favorite sayings from him, but one of them is, we don't change the work changes us. And another one is, you do Pilates because you love your body, not because you hate it. I really loved how he allowed everybody to do Pilates, and he knew that everybody can have access to it. And the more they loved themselves, the more they were curious in it, the more that Pilates practice would be theirs. And so I just love that. But here's a funny story. So he would say, if you don't like an exercise, then you have to do it twice. That's because you need it. And he said it all the time. But I was in the program with him. So towards the end of 2016. And it was the last weekend of workshops of the program. And so we'd all been quite cozy and fun and whatever. And so he had mentioned that if someone doesn't like an exercise, it's because they need it. So they're going to do it twice. And so, like, I don't know, 20 minutes later, not even that much longer, but it was far enough away that he didn't realize what he was saying. We're on the ladder barrel and an exercise came up. It's like, oh, I hate that exercise. And I was like, oh, sounds like someone's got to do it twice. And he looked at me with that look only a parent could have. Like, I can't believe you just said that to me right now, but also a smile on his face. Like, and he said, who let her in here? And it was just a funny moment that I'll never forget. And I'm really grateful for that. So my love, if you've got something going on, give yourself permission to take something off your plate and then celebrate that you did that. That's a win. All right. Your mantra for today, because I don't plan them out ahead of time. I just pick one. I do not rush through my life. I temper speed with stillness. Oh, that's so perfect. I do not rush through my life. I temper speed with stillness. Say it with me. I do not rush through my life. I temper speed with stillness, my love. No more rushing. Temper your speed with stillness. And thank you so much. Please send your wins in so we can celebrate you on our next FYF. And until next time, be it till you see it.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day.
Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network. If you want to leave us a message or a question that we might read on another episode, you can text us at +1 310 905 5534 or send a DM on Instagram at beitpod.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Crowell.
It is transcribed, produced, and edited by the Epic team at Diseño.co.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all of our content to our website. And finally, to Meredith Root for keeping us all on point and on time.